Feels so good, right?
Yeah.
I like
never
it.
did the DermaPlane before.
How does it feel?
Beautiful.
Either side of the body.
White, I'm so blondie. Hello everyone, super excited. Today we are at the Shekinah's place. I'm super thrilled.
Oh my god, thank you
She
for coming.
is the best. Guys, you can't really imagine how excited I am. I've been waiting for this day forever. Shekinah has 23 years experience in aesthetic practice. She is the TV star and you all saw her on the TV. I'm very excited to have your hands on my face right now.
I'm so excited too.
Tell me what can we do to myself? I know that your treatments are very special, but seeing me, what should it be?
Well, this is my first time treating your skin, and I do very intuitive based facials. So once I get you on the table and I'm touching your skin and I'm starting to see what it looks like underneath your sunscreen and your makeup, which is beautiful, I'm gonna be more led as to what you need. So I do want to use some of the new systems that I have here from you, which I'm really excited about. And I think one of the ones that just off the bat that I can see that you need is the HydroDermabrasion. We're going to use the crushed diamond tip wand to exfoliate your skin. Exfoliation is key. I have to start every facial with the exfoliation, and then we'll go from there.
Awesome, let's do it.
I'm so excited.
Enjoy.
Okay, you just enjoy.
Yeah, that's my plan, just enjoy.
I like to start every facial with an oil cleanse because oil fights oil. So it breaks down the oil buildup on the surface of your skin. It breaks down dirt, any debris, any sunscreen, makeup. It's just a really lovely way to start the treatment. And also this is very non-stripping, so oil is so nourishing. So a lot of cleansers, they tend to strip the skin and really change the pH of the skin, which is good. We'll do that later. We'll change your pH with some different products, but for now I don't want to do any stripping. I just want to thoroughly cleanse your skin.
When would be the step with the pH changing, and why would you want to do it?
Well, you can change the pH to get down to the lower levels of the skin to initiate a deeper exfoliation, a chemical exfoliation. So that's great if we're treating hyperpigmentation, if we're trying to decongest the pores without manually. So I like to combine physical and chemical exfoliation in my treatments because it helps you get the maximum amount of exfoliation safely during a treatment, and it's what you get the biggest retextural resurfacing with. You're going to experience it today. I'm excited to hear what you think of it.
Do you usually, what would be the, let's say, cases when you would bypass the steamer, or you use it all the time?
I always use it in the beginning just to deepen the cleanse and to soften and open the skin. If someone has rosacea, I wouldn't use it.
Do you have any alternatives to it, like cold hydration masks or something?
Yeah, to soften and open the skin without steam, I use disincrustation solution.
Oh, that's super popular product back in Europe.
Is it really?
Yes, the disincrustation. I thought it's not really popular here in the US.
It's not popular. Well, I learned about it in school, actually. I don't know why. Maybe they're not teaching it as much anymore. I'm not sure. I mean, I went to school so long ago that it's hard to know what they're teaching now, but that works great for me, and I also will use it on you today under the steam. It feels a little bit active. I'm sure you're familiar.
Yeah.
A little tingly. I use the sonic cleansing brushes. So this is just deepening your cleanse, much deeper than my hands can go. So it's just sonically vibrating anything that's lodged in your pores to help loosen it up so that I can easily extract it later.
And how long would you say should you wash the skin properly or cleanse it? Or with this timer?
1 minute.
At least?
Yeah. now I'm going to use the disincrustation I was telling you about. So it's going to feel a little bit tingly, a little active, but we actually want that. So that activity is a good thing. It means it's working, it's doing something in the skin. So this is just starting a really gentle exfoliation. Of course, we're going to go deeper with the HydroDerm using the diamond tips, but this is just starting that process.
What steps would you cover with the steamer? So let's say you would do the cleanse with the steamer, you would do the disincrustation with the steamer.
Yep. And I actually really like to do the HydroDermabrasion with steam sometimes.
Nice.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm all yours. Whatever you want to do.
I actually want to DermaPlane you.
Oh, can you?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Is it okay? Okay.
No, I never did the DermaPlane
I really,
before.
really want to. And you know what? I still do the HydroDerm after the DermaPlane. So
but
we'll
this is
still do it.
You
Yes.
have.
Yes,
that's
yes,
another
yes.
point. People love doing the HydroDerm after the DermaPlane. I'm so excited.
Me too.
I never did the DermaPlane. Never in my life.
Wow, I can't believe it.
How often would you do the DermaPlane in your facials?
You can't do it more often than every 3 weeks, but I do it in basically every facial.
How often do you do the radiofrequency? I mean, how many clients of yours, among 100 of your clients, how many of yours would have the radiofrequency sessions done in them?
A lot of my clients are younger, so most of them are younger than me. So they're not concerned yet about signs of aging so much. But for the ones that have acne scars, I do use it. So
Yeah.
because it helps to retexturize damaged collagen. So
Yes.
it's so good for that. So.
Even good with the larger pores. If you have someone with oily skin and large pores, radiofrequency can help tighten them up.
I love that. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Your skin looks just as good as it feels.
Oh,
Tell me if it's too much pressure.
not at all. I'm from Ukraine, reminder.
What does that mean?
It means
You're
that
tough?
I'm very tough, yes. We also have the saying, if you don't feel the pain, it's not working.
It's not working. I actually love extractions. I just don't like hurting people, but it's so satisfying to see all of this getting out of the pores, getting rid of it, getting the face super clean.
So you prefer to do extractions right after you did steam, right? Not after you do exfoliation.
right away. Right away. If there's areas that are extremely stubborn and you're just not able to manually extract them, you can loosen it up by using the HydroDerm, especially the little acrylic tips, and then you can go back in and manually remove it, whereas maybe you couldn't before using the HydroDerm. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
Yeah, the extractions can be a 2-part process.
Tell me, from the business perspective, how many clients physically per day are you capable to treat? Like normal quantity of clients per day?
Well, I find that I'm at my best between 1 and 3. If I go past 3 clients, I'm not performing quite as well, and the quality of the service I feel like suffers a little bit. So for that reason, I max out at 3, so I don't see more than 3 people a day. Because I want to take care of myself also, and if it's starting to affect my health where I'm just fatigued or my hands are hurting afterwards, it's not worth it for me. So
Do they
which is
come with
needed.
the request to the facial, or you always customize it to them?
Well, sometimes they see on my Instagram me doing certain things, and they say, I saw you using this yesterday, or what is that cold therapy? You know, especially the needleless mesotherapy, people are so curious about.
You see sides? I cannot see the sides in the mirror. So.
I know, you can't.
Yeah.
You know what I do? I take a picture with my iPhone of the sides of my face, and then I zoom in and see where things are.
Yeah.
But it is really important to keep your pores cleaned out and to have them professionally extracted, because sometimes if you're squeezing things at home, you're not getting everything out, and then that pore isn't able to fully close up and it will just fill up more.
How, for example, if someone wants to book the facial with you, how in advance they need to try to do it?
It really depends. It's better if they book in advance, like a month in advance, but my schedule's always moving around. You know, things come up and I understand that's life, and so I'm really give a lot of grace with my clients. So sometimes with everything moving around, they can get in earlier, you know, so.
Yeah, but still 1 month in advance, you know how booked you will be, which is great. What about percentage men and women?
Well, I don't know if you saw, but on the show, I forbid my boyfriend from having female clients anymore.
Okay.
So he did the same with me for males.
Oh my goodness. And it's not a joke, it's for real.
It's his little retaliation. No, it's all real.
Oh my goodness.
Facials are a very personal treatment, you know? You're right in someone's face. Sometimes people open up during treatments and share a lot of personal things, and then they feel close to you afterwards.
Yeah.
So I understand his point.
Yeah, but it's always like you're always a little bit of psychologist.
Yeah.
I agree. It's kind of like you're really in a very close personal space. You're getting really close during this. So then
It's very intimate, right?
It is very intimate.
And I felt like personal training was similar, and it's all about the body, you know? So I just don't like it. I'm just like, I don't want my super hot boyfriend.
Yeah.
All these girls getting crushes on him, and like. So Melia is a buildup of a combination of cells and oil, and sometimes some ingredients and skincare products. And the thing about Melia is you can't just squeeze them out. There's no pore opening because they're not inside of a pore. So you have to use this tiny sterile lancet to create an opening and extract it. Do you want to see your little Melia?
Oh my, yes. I need to see. Oh, you're right here.
I'm looking at your skin very close up.
For Ukraine, lots of doctors, they become estheticians after. So that's another a lot of doctors, dermatologists, they are estheticians. So they combine.
That is so interesting.
It is interesting. Oh, I'm getting even more excited now.
We're gonna start the dermaplaning process. So now I'm applying a combination of acetone and alcohol, and I know that sounds really harsh. This is where the pH is getting changed, definitely. This starts the separation between the live cells and the dead cells so that we can harvest as much dead skin as possible with the dermaplaning and the diamond tip. So this is starting the exfoliation process, but it's also killing any bacteria that we've extracted out of the pores that's sitting on the surface now that could reinfect the skin and cause a breakout. So whenever you hear of someone saying, I don't like dermaplaning, it caused me to break out, it's just because this step was not taken. So it prevents breakouts from dermaplaning. It's just a little scraping action. We're just scraping off dead cells, superficial hair. A lot of people have a misconception that dermaplaning makes your hair grow back thicker.
Yes.
Or that it feels like stubble when it grows back, but this hair is actually so fine.
When the hair grows back, what is it, the same exact structure of the hair? Any changes on it?
You
like
can't
color?
you can't actually change the amount or type of hair that is growing in an area by shaving it off. It's impossible. Yeah, so it's not affecting the hair follicle at all. It's just shaving it off at the surface. And of course, you know, deep exfoliation like this is gonna allow everything that we put on afterwards to penetrate more evenly and more deeply. And it's gonna penetrate into live skin cells instead of all this dead skin. You don't wanna waste good products in dead layers of skin. It's removing about 3 weeks worth of dead skin cells. And because of that, you can't do it more often than every 3 weeks. So this is once a month treatment that you would be getting to just keep your skin nice and fresh and well exfoliated.
I'm licensed esthetician in Ukraine.
Wow.
And then I took the classes for the injections. So I also can do...
Are you a nurse?
No, I'm a doctor.
You're a doctor?
Yeah.
What kind of doctor did you?
Therapist, physician.
Psychology?
No, it's the medical doctor.
Oh my god.
So I graduated the medical university in Ukraine, and then I did the massage therapy because I was just interested.
Yes.
And then I did also the esthetician.
Wow, that equipped you to know everything there is possibly to know
So it's
about
kind of
these systems.
helps to puzzle
Yes.
all pieces of the puzzle together in one complete picture.
Totally. Do you want to see what came off your face?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Oh my god, so white! I'm
Do you
so
see?
blondie.
You're
Yes.
blondie. Your hair is actually translucent, so it's
Yes.
see-through.
Okay,
But
like
you can
baby
see
hair.
the little. So I'm going to use the Is Clinical. It's a two-part. It's
Okay.
an activator and powder.
Nice.
And
What will I feel?
you're gonna feel a lot. So you're gonna feel tingling. It might feel a little itchy for a few seconds. Some people say that it's burning, it's burning. It's not burning, it's just activity. And like you said, you know, if you don't feel it, it's not working. So we know it's working.
No. What about active acne?
Oh yes, it's so good for that because with active acne, a lot of the buildup is dead cells and oil that combine, and then they have an association with inflammation, and it causes pustules. You know, so if you're using enzymes, it's decreasing the amount of dead skin buildup that you have on the surface that can potentially clog pores and cause breakouts. I'm gonna do the removal. I like to use a nice warm towel. A gentle and therapeutic way to remove your mask because this is an enzyme mask. And it also re-softens and opens the pores for the HydroDerm that we're about to do. Tell me if this feels too warm.
I'm getting more and more excited for the next steps.
But I feel like we were just preparing. That's just a preparation.
For like
That's
an hour.
Preparation for everything else.
That's so
it
cool.
was. We were preparing your skin to accept everything that's to follow. So I want to use the Hydro Clear on you because you can use some hydration. This is very gentle. We've done a lot of exfoliation already, so this is a nice solution to go in with the HydroDermabrasion. So I'm just going to paint it on the skin. I'm sure you're very familiar with this method.
Yeah, my favorite.
This genius that I know invented this.
I just love it.
I love it too. It really gives time for the ingredients in these solutions to go to work in the skin. Other HydroDermabrasion systems I've used, they just don't give the product time to even be absorbed. They're going through one hose, barely being introduced and sucked away. I love when I see that it's absorbing into the skin and that I have to reapply it because that means we're plumping up your skin with all of this good hydration.
Yeah. Especially when you already prepare the skin for this infusion, right?
Yes. And you might notice that I'm painting it over your entire face and neck, even though I'm just going to work in one area right now, because I do want it to absorb in all those other areas, and I'll reapply there before I start working. So,
On average, how much you spend of the serum?
hardly any.
Yeah.
Like, do you ever see me reorder serum?
No.
I hardly ever do. I feel like these bottles, first of all, they're a generous size, like they're good size bottles, but you also use so little solution for every facial, and I'm still using too much. Do you see I pour in so much solution? Because it's hard to believe that, you know, that small amount is enough for a whole facial, but it really is. Yes, it's so satisfying to do too. And one thing that I love about painting the solution on the skin first is that it shows you where you've been.
Yes.
Because wherever you've made a pass, there's no solution there anymore. So it really helps you to not overdo it with the passes. You know you've already worked there because the solution is gone. I'm just gonna start at your forehead. Let me know if this section feels
Awesome.
Does it feel too?
Feels good.
Feels so good, right?
Yeah.
I like a nice strong suction.
Yes. It's so good for lymphatic and blood circulation.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I do is I mix my powder masks with whatever's left in my bowl.
Oh,
Yeah, I use
genius.
if I use a powder mask afterwards, I just
Yeah.
add it to that. I never waste it.
we're gonna save it and use it.
Yes.
Good idea. Feel
I like to see that nice little pink flush. It means your circulation's been stimulated. You have fresh oxygen feeding all these cells. That's one of the things that gives you that gorgeous glow, is all that oxygenating. Turn to this side.
What skin would you choose? Let's say you have client with acne. than between the Hydroclear and Salic Pure.
The Salic Pure, for sure, yes. I love that solution. Salicylic acid is my favorite acid.
Awesome.
I love it. It's anti-inflammatory and it dissolves debris in the pores. It dislodges better than any other.
And then let's say if you don't have too much of the inflammation, you would choose Hydroclear with lactic because of what benefits?
It's great for dry skin types. I feel like dry and sensitive skin does so well with that one. They're both good for any skin type. You really can't go wrong. You can't hurt anyone by choosing. You can't choose the wrong one, basically, is what I'm saying. But okay, so I switched to the tiny crushed diamond tip. Okay. So we're just applying the solution. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit because when you go to the smaller tips, you can use more suction because as you said, now I understand it has such a tiny hole that it's not really grabbing the skin as much, but you're getting all of this good exfoliation and still sucking up the solution and any debris left in your pores.
Put some music to my ears.
I love it. How does it feel?
Beautiful.
Good. So I like to go up the sides of the nose, and then I'm going to come back with a little twisting motion to just dislodge anything that could be left over in the pore. It's nice to give the nose a little stability with your fingers as you're working, because if you're just pushing, you can block a air channel, and then your client has to breathe out of the mouth, so it's nice to give a little stability at the tip. Your nose looks so clean now. Like, it's just a shiny, clean little nose.
I love it. You go so close to the eye. It's so cool. Very detail oriented.
It's gentle enough where you can do that.
And it feels great.
An area that doesn't usually get much exfoliation, you know, because usually you would be afraid, and rightfully so, to go too close to the eyes with exfoliating products. But because this is so gentle and it's so small, you're able to even exfoliate the really delicate areas like the eyes and lips. Just gonna get your little lips. Gorgeous. Oh my
Feels
gosh.
so good.
Your skin looks beautiful.
That's all your magic.
We're going to switch to the needleless mesotherapy, and we're going to really just push a lot of hydrating and nourishing ingredients into your skin. And we're able to do it with this amazing energy because it creates temporary space between the tissues. So if you think of our tissues like this normally, they're temporarily like this. So anything that you have on the surface of your skin can go through all of those openings and go in much deeper, fill all of those layers, and you'll be so pumped up, so deeply hydrated.
Sounds magical.
This part is very interesting because the client actually participates in the conduction of this energy by holding these two little hand pieces on either side of the body. Once it's landed on the skin, we can start working in that area. Do you feel it?
Yes, and I love it.
Is it strong enough? Not strong?
It is strong, but it's very interesting, and it's not definitely uncomfortable. Really interesting, comfortable sensation.
Good, good. So this is just going to really push in all of this product that we've just deposited onto the skin. This is going to allow it to sink into the skin much deeper than it could ever go on its own.
Who's your favorite candidate for the mesotherapy? Whom would you recommend it the most?
Anyone with dehydrated skin. You know, dehydrated skin sometimes can have difficulty even absorbing product because it's in such a dehydrated state. But this allows the separation on the deeper layers to really accept all of that fluid that's being introduced. So this really plumps up and rehydrates dehydrated skin. And I feel like everyone's a little dehydrated these days. You know, even if you're oily, it doesn't mean that you're well hydrated. You can be oily and dry. Yeah, it's so cool. Okay, do you see? We used all of the solution.
Finally.
Your skin absorbed all of that.
That's so good, because usually I go like half and then you see you did the entire thing. That's
So
so
usually
good.
you do half for a facial?
It's just like I cannot use more because usually people I treat, they have small faces. Probably my décolleté
You
helps
have
a lot.
small face. Well, there was only a tiny bit left, and I put it to your décolleté.
That's perfect. So what is that? The clinical?
This is the Is Clinical,
And it's already cold.
I keep it in the fridge, so it's already cold. It's the Hydra Intensive Cooling Mask. Have you heard of their Fire and Ice facial?
Yes, I did.
This is the ice part of the
Okay,
Fire and
awesome.
Ice. Yes, so you'll see why in a minute. It's full of menthol.
So it was stored in fridge. It
Yes.
is menthol on it, and it's under the cold hammer
And
here.
like you literally can't get colder.
Yeah.
Well, you could with your cryo.
Yeah.
And I love this little bowl you brought me.
Oh yes,
How
Zemits.
cute is this? Okay, now we can get this on camera always. Okay, it's gonna be very icy
Okay.
cold. I think it feels so soothing, refreshing.
Oh, it feels so good.
Oh. I'm actually jealous of you right now. I wish
I'm jealous of myself. We should, but it feels so good. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that sensations.
Really?
So good. Is the skin getting pink?
It was pink, but the pinkness is gonna fade away as I work on it with this. You know, the cold constricts the capillaries, so your redness can dissipate with the cold therapy.
The cold feels very cold.
It's a nice way to close the pores at the end of the facial too, and when you have a nice treatment mask on, it's closing the pores, sealing in this mask. I actually do a dry removal so that a lot of it stays in the skin.
It's also about the vasoconstriction. I love the cold at the end because you're kind of helping your vascular system to get to the nice shape and tone.
Yeah, exactly.
Really logical finishing step, right? It makes lots of sense. You're doing it and it's like now we are sealing all the goodies inside of the pores.
Exactly, it is like sealing everything in.
Do it. Tell the most important questions we keep having. How much you charge, how you determine how much to charge for your services. Is it about like per hour or treatments or skincare you use, or how you determine?
Well, I've worked at all kinds of places that have add-ons. So, you know, they have a base pay for your facial and then all of the different things. Like, for example, the needleless mesotherapy might be an add-on. The cold therapy might be an add-on. I don't care for that personally because I hate for my client to be adding things up in their head during their facial and trying to estimate how much their facial is going to end up costing them and do they really want to add that on. So I just price my facials to include everything, so they're paying me for the time, which is what's most important to me is my time. So I price it so it can include anything within that time frame.
What was that? It smells so good.
It's called Stone Crop. It's by Eminence.
Nice. You have all the brands together. It's so cool that you can combine them.
Well, I just have favorites from
Yeah.
each line. Like
But
one or
it's the
two
best.
favorites. I know it is, right? Well, most lines have a hero product they're most known for. So I mostly have like the hero product from each brand. You are glowing.
Oh my goodness, I can feel it. I can feel it with my closed eyes.
it?
Ah, it's so good. Thank you so much.
You're
I
so
love it. So good.
It's a
Can I
pleasure
touch
to
it?
Finally, yes.
Because usually we're like, don't touch it after. But I'm so excited. And it took us only 4 hours.
4 hours.
And that was our amazing experience with absolutely stunning SHEKINAH GARNER and her signature HydroDiamond facial. Like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Like, Nick, and I was like, okay, let's